guys, how do you feel today? I hope that everything is okay with you and that you're behaving well all there in your house, and probably some of you that are on your job. Today, actually, we are going to start the lesson B, which we're going to be talking, as you can see, about modern challenges. This is a really good lesson, and we are going to learn today also a new grammar that is the future real conditional, as also people used to call it is the first conditional or the if clause. This is a grammar which is very easy and really useful when we are talking about possibilities or predictions in the future. So actually we are going to start up as always, with the vocabulary of this lesson B. So let's take a look at this. Okay, got it here. This is the language summary. All right, so pay attention to the pronunciation, please. Here we have a change of scene. A change of scene, actually, this is when you change, because actually they're talking, about social issues, or in this case, the change of scene will be when you change from the urban, for example, to the suburban place. All right. So if you go to the countryside, you are changing your scene of life. Depression, all right? So the depression actually is something that I think all of the humans we have passed through this, all right? When in any different situations, probably if you lose a person that you really want, you're gonna be on depression and you have to get over it. The destroy or destruction, actually, when you break something or when you something explode, it gets destroyed. And the destruction is this is the noun actually when we're talking about it. Develop, development. So develop, this is the verb when it's something that we've been doing, developing the listening skills, develop your speaking skills. The development actually is what is your English development? We could say, you say, well, I have developed like in all of the stages, in speaking, in my listening, and everything. So this is actually the noun. The other one is disable. Disable is something where we say not able to. When you're not able to do something, you are disabled or busy. We used to call that too. Encourage or encouragement. Encouragement is the noun of this verb, which encourage is like when you give the mood to another person to do something. Actually, I have to encourage you to work with the speaking, all right, and to call your partners, to practice, and all of that. So I need to encourage my students to speak in English. Force is like if I could not encourage, I have to force them. Okay, so force is like I need to do something in order to make you speak in English. Improve or improvement is when you will start getting better in what you are doing. You are improving. For example, you at the beginning of the English class of the immersion, you remember probably some of you didn't know how to say even hello, only hello, yes, and that's it. But right now you are able to start out a conversation in English with another person. So that is an improvement. Protect or protection, right? Something that we have to do, of course, is to protect the nature, protect our world, because actually a lot of things are happening, and we don't know that all of this is because that is happening is because of the environment. So protect it, please. Provide. Provide is similar to give. When you give something, you are providing. So if I say, guys, today I'm going to provide you um, with for example, I'm going to provide you with grammar exercise, or I'm going to provide you this so you can work your English. So it's similar like to give something. Put down roots. Put down roots, it has two different meanings. Because as you know, roots is the thing that the trees that they have down below. But when we're talking about a person, actually, pull down roots is like to start, we can say, a better life, all right? A stable life, we could say, right? That is the moment when you will start having your own house or live and start creating your family. All of that is so when you say, well, we have to put down roots, or I have to put down roots in my life because I've been living a not a good life, so I need to be an stable person and start doing all that. Rely on or reliance, this case is like here we used to say like depend. For example, if you have babies or if you have kids, right? Those kids, all right, they rely on you because in order for them to keep up living right alive and start improving everything, they rely on you because you need to give them all the necessary, the food, you need to give them money to pay the school. So that is those persons are living from you. So that is the reliance that exists between you and them. A spread is the other, right? Spread, it can be, for example, spread the news, spread an information. A spread is like when all of the people know or start knowing about something in a specific. For example, the news. If there is a news, actually, let's say there is already the vaccine of the coronavirus, and the people will be spreading all of that information to the whole world, and they will be knowing that information. A suburban, like the suburban actually is, remember, outside of the city. We could say the countryside and all of those places. And the urban, that is the other, is the city, the town. We used to say the capital. Support, support is like when you help another person to do something or actually something in a specific they want to do, just support it. Wait and see, as the word says. If you know those two verbs, actually, you just have to wait, relax, and see what is going to happen. The politics, the politics, they use a lot these words when they say, oh, but I need that you please help us with the water in this neighborhood because we have no water, the streets are a mess, and all of that. So they, well, actually, we have to wait and see what is going on with this new government, so we can start working with you. So that's what we say, right? And the last one is waste. Waste, actually, that is, people get confused with spend. All right? Waste actually is when you take a time or doing something that is not necessary. Okay? Or that will not give you something back. That is the meaning of waste. For example, if we're talking about the money, you waste money. For example, we can say doing those things like going to the, we could say going to the disco and give money and drink to everybody and all of that. So you are wasting because you're not getting that back. Now, when you spend, right, or is actually, or invest, is when you, the money you have, you buy, for example, a house and you hire it. So to another people. So they are going to be paying you every month. And that actually is, you are investing. That is something that I recommend you to do. Don't waste. Don't waste the time. For example, plenty of people, they waste the time doing nothing on the cell phone, watching videos or playing a video game for the whole time. If it's just a little short time, it's good to do it because you can relax and all that, but not the entire day, please. Okay, so that was actually the vocabulary of this lesson B. Now we're gonna head up to the next part. This is the other one. Let's see. In this part, guys, you have exercise about the vocabulary actually, where I'm going to read this for you, so you can see actually the usage in each one of the contests. So it says, read about the problem of sprawl, then tell a partner, is sprawl a problem in your area? So the sprawl actually is this, look. The people who live near these places, when with the time some of the urban, in this case sprawl, that the city is spread almost into the ocean. Look, they have this kind of sprawl where probably they are endangered, these places. So look at here. Sprawl is a problem in my city. In the past 5 years, there has been a lot of new development. As this spread across the land, it destroyed parks, farms, and open spaces. In many of these new neighborhoods, people live far away from public transportation, stores, and schools. This forces people to rely on their cars so they can drive longer distance. Driving a lot is a waste of time. It also creates more pollution. So, what can we do? First, we should stop all new development. This will protect our open spaces for future generations. Then, we should support a law that provides money for public transportation and new bike paths. This will encourage people to leave their cars at home. If this happens, air quality will improve. As you see, they are using all the vocabulary in different contexts, right? In sentences, so it could be more understandable for you. So with this that I was reading, guys, you will be completing this exercise that we have over here with the blue words, where there is the definition. These are definitions, so you have to put the word into the blank. And all right, so look at this. This is the difference, so you can have a clear idea. The urban, this is the urban. And the suburban is this place, like a countryside. Totally different of the countryside of the countrysides or the suburban places in Dominican Republic. So here, remember, you got the listening on the platform where you can just listen to the audio and complete it. Please don't skip this step. Do it. And there is a reading actually from people of all ages. We are going to be having a kind of discussion with this reading and also some other good things that I have for you. That tomorrow actually we have a call where we're going to be interacting with all of you. So please don't miss it. Now, this is the next part. The graph breaks down, we can say. Okay. So here, this is the future real conditional. The future real conditional. So I will play the video for you. Pay attention to it.
Future real conditionals with be going to and will. Future real conditionals talk about possible events in the future.
If it rains, I'll give you a ride.
The verb in the if clause is in the simple present. The verb in the result clause takes a future form.
If I hear any news, I'll call you right away. If I have the day off work tomorrow, I'm going to go to the beach.
Okay, guys, so actually, in this part, look, this is what it says. The future real conditional, it talks about a positive event in the future, something that could be possible to happen, right? So they use a if clause at the beginning, or you can do it reverse. You can say the result first and then the if clause.
If it
So,
rains, I'll give you a ride.
okay, so look what they say. They start with the if clause. If it rains, so we need to use a comma into this part. Then they say, I will give you a ride. In the first part, in the if clause, you have to use the present, okay? The simple present. And in the result clause, we are going to use the future with will or be going to. It depends on what you're saying. So, if it rains, I'll give you a ride. Later, I will give you other examples so you can take a look at them.
The verb in the if clause is in the simple present. The verb in the result clause takes a future form.
If I hear any news, I'll call you right away.
All right, so as you see here, like I told you, in the if clause, we have to use the simple present tense. And in the result clause, you're going to use a future form. So it says, if I hear any news, comma, I'll call you right away. I will call you. Now, other one is this.
I have the day off work tomorrow. I'm going to go to the beach.
Okay, so this is something actually, if I have the day off work for tomorrow, comma, I'm going to go to the beach. So you maybe would say, teacher, all in this case again, what is the difference here when I know where can I use will or when I can use be going to. So it is the same as in the future form that I already explained you before in other levels. So remember that will is for pseudo decisions and be going to is for plans, future plans actually, okay? Things that you have previous think about it before. So as you can see here, they say, if I hear any news, I call you right away. So immediately. Actually, this is something that they say, but like they're not sure if it's going to happen. But in the other one, when they use be going to, they state first that if something happened, they are sure that they are going to do the other. So they say, if I have the day off, work tomorrow, then actually he says, I'm going to go to the beach. So that is actually the difference between them. If we go to the next page, you will be able to see this. Ta-da! Okay, here. Here you got some examples. For example, what will happen if a woman works? This is the question. So they say, if a woman works, as you see, we have the simple present. So if a woman works, comma, this is something optional that you can use. The uses of then. Okay, that's why it's in parentheses here. So if a woman works, then a family will have more money. So you can say it like that, or if a woman works, a family will have more money. Make sure that in the result clause you use will or be going to. What will happen if we don't protect our open spaces? So simple. If we don't protect our open spaces, comma, then future generations won't have places to relax. Okay, so they say won't. As you know, won't is will not. This is the contraction of this. Okay, so as I told you, you can use also the result clause at first and then use the if clause. For example, a family will have more money if a woman works. And actually, that is the only thing you have to be careful, okay? Let me read you this. Actually, here they says, the result clause can come first in a sentence with no change in the meaning. So they can be changing. In writing, when the if clause comes first, put a comma before the result place. That's something that I already explained you. That is this, use the comma if you start with the if clause. So there are some exercises that I have already attached in Google Classroom where you will be able to complete those exercises with the if clause or the future real conditional. This is something real. There is another one that is for unreal conditional that I will be explaining you in other level. Okay, so here you get an exercise that you can just complete, like use the simple present or future of the verb in the box to complete these sentences. As you see, how you identify that where is the if clause and where is the result clause. So as you see, we have here if. So that means that they started with the result clause first. So you will save money if you get a roommate. Here they start with the if clause. They say if they say all the weekend. Okay, here. So just to do it faster, if I don't study all weekend, comma, I won't pass the test on Monday. All right, so this is something you can do and then check your answers. Also, if you want, you can take a screenshot and send it to me in the material of the homework that I have attached to it. And well, so actually that is everything, guys, about this grammar. In the material, like here, there is look, a future real conditional that they explain. I have attached 2 videos explaining the if clause. Okay, where one of them it only lasts 2 minutes, so it is really good for you that you can watch it out. All right, so I am not going to play it now because you already have it there. Okay, so wait. Okay, great. So that was everything, guys, actually for today. If there is a question you have for me, just please text me, all right? And I will head back to you to help you out, all right? Remember that I'm here willing to help you with all of the things you want. If you want to practice or whatever, you just tell me, and I'm here for you, okay? See you in another moment. Aloha, aloha, or abu. Anyways.